Medtem ko se večina antropologov in zgodovinarjev danes strinja, da so religije nastale kot posledica doživeti tistih, ki so uživali razne psihoaktivne in halucinogene droge, pa se tovrstno religiozno mišljenje spet pojavlja vedno pogosteje med raznimi sektami po celotnem svetu. Medtem ko so večina religij ostale zveste svojemu okolju, kot je recimo Native American Church, ki uporablja pejotelj in pa več drugih po Južni Ameriki, ali pa če jemljemo manjše šamanske skupnosti v Sibiriji, Afriki in tako naprej, pa je v 20. stoletju vzniknilo tudi kar lepo število tistih religij, ki so bile odprte za vse ljudi in katerih osrednji del in glavni sakramenti so bile rastline, razne rastline z raznimi učinki. Ena izmed takih religij, ki je v zadnjih 20 letih doživela velik spon privržencev po celotnem svetu, od Severne Amerike, Evrope do Avstralije, Japonske, je nastala leta 1920 globoko v gozdovih Amazonije, imenuje se Santo Daime, kar pomeni ayahuasca, ena izmed najbolj halucinogenih drog. In nastala je potem, ko je eden izmed gozdarjev v gozdovih prvič poizkusil od šamana to pijačo in doživel tovrstno doživetje, da se je počutil primoranega, da ustanovi neko novo religijo, ki bo združevala starodavne rituale in starodavna mišljenja ljudi, ki so živeli v Amerikah, predvsem indijancov, šamanov, kot tudi religij, kakršno je krščanstvo in pa brazilsko-afriških panteonov. Danes si bomo poslušali intervju z gospodom Hayotom, ki je odgovoren oziroma vodja evropskega dela Santa Daima. Še prej pa si lahko poslušamo en kratek insert pred kratkim preminulega Uji Krishnamurtija, ki ga seveda ne smemo zamenjati z Jiddu Krishnamurtijem, čeprav so se poznala. Uji Krishnamurti je bil nekoliko, kot so ga opisovali ljudje, zagrenjen antiguru, dostkrat so ga povezovali tudi z antiprimitivismom, ker pa se v tem insertu govori zelo podrobno o tem, kaj si on misli o tovrstnih doživetjih in pa religijah, ki uživajo droge, sicer na primeru Indije, si še preden pridemo na intervju poslušamo torej Uji Krishnamurtija.
I have always maintained that the great heritage of India, which they are so proud of, the heritage that they are trying to sell, the shoddy piece of goods abroad, was born out of acid heads.
It was born out of acid heads?
Acid heads. All those sages lived in the jungles.
Well, now it's getting interesting. You mean that the Vedas,
all of them,
and the Vedas was only written down, came out of people that out in the woods were taking digitalis and
Soma Jews, and experienced some strange experiences and translated them into spiritual experiences and passed on that from generation to generation. We in our turn used those techniques through the help of thought, created those experiences and believed that we are in the same state that those people were talking about.
Wait a moment. So you're basically saying that the psychedelic experience is the basis of the religion?
Is the religion. It started that way in India.
Okay. Well, then I have to ask you, have you taken
I have
psychedelics?
never taken. Anybody who has not smoked will never condemn others smoking. Anybody who has not even tasted or smelled, say, alcohol will never ask people not to drink. Anybody who has not taken drugs will not condemn drugs. You see, but at the same time I do not encourage that. I maintain, even today I insist that drugs should be legalized. Then you see, you will be surprised. You see, it will fall in its proper place.
Would you say that drugs in India have fallen into their proper place in the past, not now?
In the past, you see.
Because when I see there is people smoking ganga, there is people taking all kinds of leaves and...
Yes. Nothing is, that is no different from any spiritual experience.
But so what do you think that happens in the mind when people take this psychedelic...
They experience extraordinary quote unquote, similar to spiritual experiences of bliss, beatitude, immensity, and love.
And the feeling of unity.
The feeling of unity. And you experience the same things when you take drugs. I have known the fellow who has written my biography, Mr. Mahesh Bhatt. He was one of the top movie directors, and he has written my biography, and he was not exposed to the religious background at all. First time when he took drugs, he experienced all the spiritual experiences, all the sages, saints, and saviors of mankind in the past and present and yet to be born. They are going to experience the same thing. He talked about it in such an extraordinary way. So there is nothing marvelous about it. The moment you legalize that, it will fall in its proper place.
In zdaj od Uji Krishnamurtija, ki ne vidi prav nič posebnega v spiritualnosti, kaj šele v drogah, pa pojdimo na drugo stran, torej do predstavnika Santa Dame v Evropi, ki pa je seveda popolnoma drugačnega pogleda. Hajo, could you please tell us how long you've been a part of Santo Daime Church and what led you to become a member of it and your feelings about Santo Daime?
Yeah, I became a member of it 11 years ago now, and immediately it was very deep happening for me, and it was more or less totally clear for me in the beginning that I found my spiritual path. So, and this I followed now in the last 11 years, and I'm very happy and very thankful for the Santo Daime, because I found back to the rituals, to celebrate rituals which found place in thousands of years here in Germany, and also, of course, in the Amazon rainforest, and to get back this gift. So it's a deep feeling of thankfulness.
Mm-hmm. So you would say Santo Daime is, if we agree that most of the religions started off by people using plants and animals that have changed their perception and their experiences, their normal experiences, is Santo Daime a religion that is trying to incorporate different kind of, for instance, Christianity and Afro-Brazilian pantheons, etc., into that pristine early form of religion which has used plants to get a mystic experiences that usually nowadays for the members of other religions they can only read about and never experience them themselves?
It's a little bit difficult to answer this question. The Christianity in the Santo Daime is because it has its home in Brazil. So 500 years ago, the Christians came to conquer all the world, let's say, with their believing, and also in this name of this cross, all the Indians and all the tribes found their death, nearly all, so a lot of them, and so also this plant teaches, and this deep relation these Indians had were cut, same as here on the continent in Europe. The last hundreds of years. So it came back to in harmony, because on this basic of that everybody in South America is Catholic, it is for them, they accepted in the last, let's say, 200-300 years. In Brazil, 95% of the people are Catholic, and for them, this Christianity or this